Chrizelle Isaacs, professionally registered civil engineer with 21 years of experience in the civil and railway construction environment. Mentor to young ladies as part of the Mentor program sponsored by Transport Education Training Authority. She's an active member of National Society of Black Engineers. Her biggest flex is she's a momsy to 2 beautiful boys. She's an enthusiastic keynote speaker, available for functions to share her vast experience of how to step up and step out in light and life. Chrizelle Isaacs, to whom it may concern.
You are going to come home with a baby, and I am not going to look after it. You will take that child behind your back and go iron people's clothes. Me, books over boys, straight A student, iron other people's clothes. I barely want to iron my own clothes, I think. I just rolled my eyes and walked away. Deep down, 17-year-old me knew my mom was right. About other girls maybe, but not about me. Born in an environment of no hope, I knew that despite my academic excellence, there was no provision made for my future. A child on each hip in the Wendy house in my mom's backyard, with a husband who hit you once a week because I need to be glad a week has got 7 days, hey? My future, my destiny, I decided not to make it my problem and rather put pen to paper. To whom it may concern, started my journey, neatly written on a green writing block, formal letter format, just like Miss Morris taught me at school. I'm an A student, remember? The reason for this letter? I found out that I needed 500 Rand to accompany my application to go study. I begged my mom, "Mom, please give this letter to your boss." 2 overworked and underpaid parents, 4 daughters, and a pavement special dog. There was just no spare cash for me, the dreamer. Lo and behold, 1 week later, my mom arrived home with a "Weet julle die kind?" She gave me the envelope. Inside the envelope, there was a check clearly marked for 500 Rand. I submitted my application, wrote the aptitude test, and I made it. I became a civil engineering student. 2 years later, a borrowed construction catalog and an old yellow pages under my arm, my journey started once again. To whom it may concern, I'm in desperate need of practical training to complete my studies. It was very difficult for girls to get placement for studies, especially in the civil engineering field. The ability that was tested was not our minds, but the fact that we could push or not push, in my case, a wheelbarrow. Lo and behold, my bright Alcatel phone rang a few weeks later. I was called for an interview. A very nervous me rocked up in my borrowed white shirt and blue pants. And I was met by a very kind gentleman who guided me through the whole process. I got accepted. They even offered me full-time sponsorship for my studies. In my 3rd year, I got another phone call. If you pass, you will be permanently employed. No pressure, especially if you want to party still. This started my journey of learning how to mix concrete on site, fixing steel, and they even taught me how to crack a beer after a long day in the sun. One of those letters that I wrote landed on the desk of the company that I'm now employed at. And at this company, I am able to share my journey once again. To whom it may concern, I hereby find Miss Kumalo and many other ladies competent, and I certify them that they are able to be placed as graduates, females. These ladies, these letters that I write now are assisting to transition these ladies, very nervous ladies like myself, into leaders in the workspace. Not only leaders because they need to follow up companies' BBBE statistics, but leaders who can lead, execute, and add value to themselves and those around them. So if this is what your interest is, I suggest you pick up your pen and put it to paper. To whom it may concern, let your pink toenails in your safety boots stride on sight. Let your voices be heard and let your knowledge silence the doubt. Let your origin, postal address not determine your destination. Follow your gut, not the crowd. Be you, do you. I am a senior engineering manager responsible for a budget of 170 million rand, plus minus 500 employees in the construction and rail industry. These employees are stretched over 2 provinces. Best regards, Chrizelle Isaacs, and I still do not like ironing. Thank you.